Hello, folks. So today we have a special guest, Mr. Lavallée, who came by to talk to us about his project, the Rose project. Because you know, Critical Element is a company actually that is on the rise. As you can see, the stock is at the moment on a breakout. As you can see, this breakout here. So Mr. Lavallée is there. First of all, Mr. Lavallée, thank you for passing by.
Pleasure.
Thank you. So, Mr. Lavallée, we're going to talk about your Rose project. Actually, there was a preliminary economic feasibility assessment that was made that valued your project at around $488 million. So your company went, instead of going for the pre-feasibility study, you went strictly to the feasibility study. So do you intend to transform yourself into a mining company? Because actually you're an exploration company.
Yes, actually we were an exploration company in transition to become a mining company.
Okay.
Based on the robust economic in the PEA, we decided to go directly in feasibility. And if you look at the all news in the last year, we built a pretty strong team of mining people, commodity trading people. So now we are in position to develop this project and this company in a mining company.
Okay, so do you have a time frame for to transform yourself into a mining company?
Yes, right now the plan is to complete the feasibility in the next year. It will be combined with all the environmental impact study, all the discussion with the offtake partner to buy the future production.
Okay.
And we want to combine all these discussion in a future contract combined with prepayment for financing to develop the project.
Exactly. But you're talking about the feasibility study, which really depends on if ever you're going to transform yourself into a mining company. But how will you fund that feasibility study? Is it through shares? Is it through an alliance with another potential partner? What other...
Right now we have a different option. We're looking for non-dilutive financing. We have some discussion with some group.
Okay.
But for now I can't say more on that.
Okay, so even so even if I play my Colombo, you won't be able to say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. So have you actually been approached by any companies to help you run this project? Because I know recently on the February 2nd, you made actually a poison pill to be able to protect your shareholders if ever there's a potential takeover bid. But are there other companies?
The poison pill have been adopted because if you look at the value of the project and the PEA compared to the market cap, it's a pretty big gap. $500 million for 15 million, it's big. But in terms of development, we want to develop the project by themselves. This is the objective. But for sure, we need to sign some agreement with buyer for the commodities.
Okay.
So this is something that we are working on. We have Ron and Mark, Ron McDonald and Mark Baggio. They are working on this. They are specialized. It's the biggest market for this is the Asia and US.
Okay.
So discussions are ongoing, and we hope to finalize something soon.
Soon. So if I understand right, you want to develop everything internally. Is that
exactly. We want to develop. We're not a company. Normally, the exploration company want to develop a deposit, but when they have the deposit, they don't know what to do with it.
Okay.
So with the management we have right now, we're in position to develop this project. The management developed many mines. Michel Robert put 17 mines in production in his career.
Okay.
So it's not a problem for us to put it in production. We just need to complete all the steps, the feasibility study and rental and contract, long-term contract. And based on that, we will put it in production.
So if I understand right, you have the management, so which is really important. You have the experience behind it. But do you have the resources in terms of cash available to you right now in your coffers? What is your burn rate and what amount of cash you have actually in the moment to be able to do the steps? Because it's good to have ambition, but do you have the resource, the means for that to realize an ambition?
Right now, the company have $2 million in the bank, and we're looking for non-dilutive. As I said before, we're looking for non-dilutive financing to finance the rest of the feasibility. And for the project financing, we're looking to prepayment in the contract with the end user, prepayment on future production to finance the development of the mine. So if we can get 50 to 75% of prepayment of the amount of construction, we'll be able to raise the rest of the money in equity or debt. But I think if we have these contract, these prepayment, the share price will not be at 17, 18 cents.
Okay. And you have,
I hope.
Because I was going to ask you, like, where do you see it then? If ever you say that it's not going to be around 17 cents. But I just want to now talk to you about the situation globally. Because, you know, a lot of countries, you have lithium and you have tantalum right now at the moment. Countries are reluctant to just adopt more stringent measures for environmental measures to be able to curb the greenhouse gases emissions. You know, lithium usually it's used in car batteries for electric vehicles. So do you think that with this reluctance of countries to be able to adopt aggressive measures, are you going to exploit mostly the tantalum, or are you going to let the lithium on the side?
The plan is to exploit both, because both metals are in the same rock, and we will have to process it in the same plan. So we can exploit just one. It's both. And in terms of consumption, if you look in the last year, nobody expect an increase in the lithium, and we saw an increase of 20%. Talison announced an increase in price for 2012 of 15% on the lithium.
Okay.
And if you look at the Chinese market, the China plan to build a mega storage plant. Right now they are testing the plan. It's a plan of 2 billion.
Okay.
But for the next year, it could be pretty big.
Okay. So you don't consider that as a major risk that could jeopardize your plan?
As we see in the last year, no.
Okay. But so the market seems good according to what you said. But you don't have the Nord Plan, because you know your company is one that will benefit eventually from the Nord Plan. But recently what I've seen is there's been a lot of bad press about the Nord Plan. You know, a lot of people are complaining environmental concerns. The mining company are going to take our resources. They're scared of China coming by, of India, a lot of bad press. So do you think that this bad press could be another risk for your company?
No, because in the past, the mine was developed without the Nord Plan. So if the Nord Plan is adopted, it will be just a must, but it's not a risk to develop the project. If it's adopted, it will be easier for the communication, for the interaction between the different parties involved in each step, for the permitting, and in terms of financing, the Nord Plan have a project to invest a lot of money in infrastructure. But our project already have nice road access, power lines direct on the property, a small airport in Nemisco, 35 kilometers south of the project. Everything is there in terms of infrastructure. So if it's adopted, it will be just easier to get all the permitting.
But you told me like something, there was already, if I understand right, some exploration done already around that project? Or does this region has a mining history?
It's a region, if you go 75 kilometers north, you have the Eleanor Gold Corp project. It's a gold project with 5 million ounces. It's pretty big, but in terms of lithium, you have 2 other projects close to us. And 45 kilometers on the one way and 45 the other way. It's Lithium 1 and Nemisco Exploration. But these 2 projects have lithium. Compared to us, we have the credit for tantalum too.
And you're talking about you're going to exploit both, like tantalum and lithium. Have you explored some technologies that could help you like separate those two? Or because I know like Argex actually is heavily in the tantalum. So have you been?
I know pretty well. I know pretty well Argex. I was involved in this project last year. For all the resource and these things. But coming back to critical, in the process, it's for the concentrate. It's pretty easy. It's a simple flotation to produce a concentrate with both metals. And after that, you have to process it by separation magnetic to separate the tantalum from the lithium. And after that, we process the lithium in a carbonate plant.
So you'll need a plant for that, right, to be able to do that?
We'll have 2 plants. It's 1 plant for the concentration and 1 plant for the carbonate plant. To produce a carbonate.
And you have already starting to make some tests to see like how you could separate
On the metallurgical side, we did over 65 tests for the flotation. And we get pretty nice result on recovery, up to 90% of lithium, and we're close to 65-50% on tantalum.
Because on your corporate presentation, I was looking at it, like those only allowed you to get what's called indicated resources. You're not able to confirm yet with all those tests that you have done that have been successful, according to your saying. You have not been able to confirm how many probable resources or proven reserves that you have that could tell you, you know what, we could have this amount of productions per year. Right
now we have a resource and a PEA. The PEA use the resource, and when you publish a PEA, it's a resource. You have to provide a pre-feasibility or a feasibility study to have proven and probable reserve. So now it's resource. With the feasibility, it will be translated in reserve.
Reserve. Okay, I understand. Talking about gold, you told you have Gold Corp, which is near. You have also 2 lithium projects. But I know you have a project here that you sold, the Corner project that you had. You're on the verge of selling it to Blue Note Mining. Actually, tell us more about what are the talks between Blue Note Mining, or what are you willing to do with that money if ever this agreement gets sealed. So give us an insight on this.
Right now, we signed an agreement with them to sell it. We hope they will be able to raise the money to pay the 2.25 million. For sure, these money will help to finance the feasibility. It's another option to finance the feasibility, but as I say, we have other options on the table. We're looking for that. We're discussing and trying to find a non-dilutive financing.
Okay, so you have those 2 options available to you, and you'll be able to choose.
Yeah, we're working on a couple of things, and but if it's happened, it will be a must for sure.
Okay, but are you still in a lot of talks with actually?
Yeah, for sure.
So you continue to have more talks with Blue Note Mining,
yeah,
right?
For sure.
Okay, excellent. Have there been any, like, you know, you have also several rare earth projects in British Columbia.
Yeah.
But do you intend, like, with this flagship project that you have at Rose, if ever it works, do you intend, of course, to use the same technology that you use, or the same, I would say, pattern that you use to develop the Rose project? Do you intend to put it also in your rare earth projects in British Columbia? Because they're kind of far away.
Right now, the focus is develop the Rose project to get some revenue. When the project will be in production and we will get some revenue, we will for sure take some money to do more exploration on the BC project. Excuse me. But we already made some exploration campaign last summer, and we expect some results soon on the BC project. Okay,
so you still, like, you don't let go of the BC project totally. You still have an eye on it.
Yeah, it could be the next project for the company, and when we'll be able to put money on this, we will be aggressive as we were on the other project.
Okay, excellent. You know, your title, of course, as if you look at it on the longer term chart for your stock, you see, ever since 2010, your stock has been in a downtrend. Now we're starting to see some clear movement, because, you know, at the moment, I don't know if because I think you did a good job on the French show. You see that your stock is in a breakout. But for new investors looking at your company right now, can you give us 2 reasons why you should consider investing and looking at your company seriously?
The first reason is the team. We have a pretty strong management team and mining team. We put all the people that we need to put the mine in production and have the contract for the long-term selling. The other thing is the schedule, the timeline. If you look at all the milestone accomplished in the last 2 years, we made 26,000 meters of drilling, 200 holes, PEA, 2 resource, around 1,000 impact study is ongoing, and we have a pretty strong plan for next year to complete all the permitting, the feasibility study, all these things. So I think we can achieve all these milestones, and it's the reason why I think it's a good company.
Okay, excellent. So, Mr. Lavallée, thank you for coming by. Of course, next year I hope to see you come by here. I hope your feasibility study will be done. And thanks again, Mr. Lavallée.
For sure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.